Many South African women do not feel safe with femicide and gender-based violence seemingly running rampant. Should women arm themselves? ENCA's Nkobile Madladla finds out just what it takes to own and use a gun.
Being a woman in South Africa has become somewhat of an extreme sport. From brutal rape to high rates of femicide. Question is it time for us to arm ourselves? According to these women, it definitely is.
This is important for me to not be a victim of the crime stats in South Africa and to live my life the way I want to without having that fear of anything happening to me, because I know that I can defend myself.
We have a specific standpoint, we have a specific way of looking at things, you know, and it's nice to actually see people, women being empowered here.
If a firearm drops on the floor or you're being attacked, you know how to use it and how to handle it. You can pick it up and you know how it works. So you're not scared when you see a firearm anymore. So it actually gives you that strength.
Doing this somehow empowers me that I'm not going to have that mentality of being scared and crying and becoming a victim. But you now know that, okay, if this happens, what does the law say first of all, and what can I do to protect myself?
Lynette Oxley, a gun instructor for over 20 years, says self-defense is a tool women need.
In the end, usually it's just yourself and the attacker in the house. Nobody's there to help you. You have to actually take that responsibility to not be a victim, and that's why we have hashtag victim no longer. You don't need to be a victim. And unfortunately, firearms are the best way to defend yourself against a stronger and bigger attacker.
South Africa has very strict gun laws. So before you buy, read extensively. While you might believe you are investing in your safety,
isn't it illegal to have semi-automatic weapons?
It could actually be dangerous if you don't know how or when to use a weapon. One person you can turn to is Team Flack. He's basically a walking, talking instruction manual.
Don't get a firearm without a license. It's illegal. The do's is when you want to go and buy a firearm, you have to go and study and do your competency. So you write an exam. You then, after writing your exams, you apply at SAPS for your competency. When that comes back roughly about 90 working days later, you then go and you buy your firearm and you apply for the license for it. That normally takes about 90 working days, depending on the Central Firearms Registry and how busy they are at that period.
A weapon could mean the difference between life or death, but carrying a gun is not the only way to protect yourself. So, whether you prefer karate, basic self-defense, or even one of these mean machines, invest in your safety. Nkobile Madladla, Pretoria.